Hey, y'all. Welcome to the channel. Welcome into Mamie's Kitchen, y'all. Y'all come on in here and let's cook. We're going to be making some Southern fried cabbage with shrimp. We are about to get some good cooking going on, y'all. Y'all come on in here. Let's get to it. All right, y'all. Let's sit here. Just starting off, I want to show you everything that I have today. I've already washed and prepped all my food, so I have some large shrimp. I've cut up some beef Hillshire smoked sausage. I do have in here onions, peppers, and that's green, red, and yellow peppers in there. I do have here some mushrooms and potatoes, y'all. I just cut up some small potatoes in there, so those are in there and ready. I have some corn on the cob. And I have already sliced and prepped my cabbage, y'all. So those things will go in my dish. Now I also have a few different seasonings here. We are going to have, when I'm using seafood, I always like my Old Bay. Of course, I got my sea salt as well as black pepper. And I got a couple different seasons here. I have the Creole seasoning, Zacharanian, and then Tony's here. We have two different. And then I got a old favorite, y'all. Slap your mama. Ain't nobody better, you better not slap your mama. But that's what it is, y'all. We got some seasonings here ready to go in for seasoning up this dish. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get to it. And oh yes, I do have some butter. So we're gonna go ahead and get to it. And getting some stuff started here, so come along with me and let's make this meal, y'all. All right. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead, you can see here, I do have my pots and everything on the oven, on the stove ready. So I'm going to go ahead and turn them on and let's get going here. Got some water. I always cook, usually I'm cooking all of my ingredients separately. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get that water on here, get it to boiling, grab some of this salt. I'll grab some of that salt, okay. I'm just gonna put a little salt in that water, and we're going to let that start to boiling. And I'm going to use about a half of a stick of butter. I'll use a half a stick of that butter in that for that corn, y'all. And I just want to go ahead and get that boiling separately. Everything I normally cook is separate, as you'll watch me here. And we're going to grab that corn on the cob, and we're going to go ahead and get that corn in there and let it start cooking. Okay. It's like we got seven ears or half an ears of corn, y'all. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get those potatoes going. So let me drain the water off of those. I want those to get cooking for me. All right, y'all can see that potatoes. I got the potatoes and the mushrooms there. And I'm gonna grab up here some oil. So I'm going to turn on turn on the stove here. And I just want to coat the bottom pretty much on that for these potatoes and mushrooms that I'm going to put in here. Now, before I put those on, I'm going to go ahead and season up those potatoes and mushrooms. I'll go ahead and get those seasoned up. And I'll put more seasoning in, but I'm just going to put a little bit to get it started. See what I did? I put that seasoning, some salt and pepper on there right now. And I got those in there. See if that's good enough. That's not going to be big enough. Just get a lid on that, let those simmer some. And let's see here. Now I will go ahead and put a little bit of oil in here for the sausage. Let's go ahead and get those cooking. just gonna go ahead and put those sausage in there. Kind of like those to kind of lie a little flat so they can brown on each side, y'all. And I just used one package for that sausage here. Okay. Also going to go ahead and put a little bit of that Slap Your Mama seasoning on those sausages. And we just keep stirring those while they're cooking, y'all. We just keep stirring those and letting those cook and brown. Now on that last eye, I'm going to turn it on. And in that one, I'm going to put some butter in that one. I'll use the rest of that butter. The rest of that butter I'm going to put in that last fillet, and that's going to be where my cabbage is going to go in to start sauteing. Kind of break that butter down a little bit, and I don't want that to cook too fast, but kind of got my stove is pretty full here with all this stuff, you guys. I'm gonna grab that cabbage and we're gonna start to put that cabbage into our butter. I'm gonna grab my seasonings. Don't forget to continue to turn over your sausage. Don't want it to get burnt, but I do want to get a little coating on that side. So continue to stir them. As well as your mushroom and potatoes. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add my onions. I will be adding my peppers and onions to this potatoes. You see all that's going to go, I mean it's all going to go together, but how you want to. We added the onions and peppers into the potatoes. You're going to make sure to get some seasonings on there. Continue to season as you go. For my sausage, I'm going to go ahead and See, those sausages are ready. Turn that skillet down, and we're going to use that. I'm going to take that same skillet, and we are going to put our shrimp in there. But before we do that, we're going to add some more cabbage here. Keep turning it. Keep turning your cabbage. And skillet is a big skillet, but cabbage kind of cooks down. Cabbage will cook down, so you kind of want to cook it down and add more. Now to help that cook down, you can put a lid over it, something to cover it up. Cover up that cabbage so it'll help it to break on down. Come back over here to my potatoes and onions. I'm going to add a little seasoning. Add a little Creole seasoning to that mixture, y'all. Now you can do this dish different type of ways. It's up to you how you want to do it. But this is how we're doing it stovetop. You could put all of this in a bag and put it in the oven and let it cook. And everything will mix and cook together, but I would suggest definitely seasoning your food, each of your ingredients separately. Such as this, I just put all my vegetables here. You can see what we got going on. Making sure to keep that lid on it so it can tenderize those potatoes for us. Okay. Oh, excuse me, you guys. I have to turn around. And smell them seasonings, y'all. The seasonings are coming through. So. And of course, you know, you cook your cabbage at the size that you want it. If you want it to be smaller pieces, then of course you cut it up like that. But it's up to you. Right now, the only seasoning I have in my cabbage right now is salt and pepper. I will be adding more when I start to add everything together. I'm going to continue to... Go ahead and add a little more salt and pepper in here. I'm going to cover it back up, y'all. Now, you guys, I do have my shrimp. I have not seasoned my shrimp. So I'm going to go ahead. Turn that off for a second. I'm going to go ahead and season my shrimp. So, like I said, I love my Old Bay on my shrimp. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of that in there. I'm just going to use some of this here. Creole seasoning. Now we're going to go ahead and turn on my skillet over here. I think I need a bigger stove, y'all. I need a chef stove. And I'm going to go ahead and get me some oil, a little oil in here in the pan for my shrimp. And it's up to you if you want to use oil or you want to use butter, whatever you want to use for your shrimp. I'm going to add a little bit of minced garlic to my food as well. So I've grabbed some of that. See my... Now you just want to make sure you continue to stir your food here. I'm going to put just a little bit, well, not quite a tablespoon of garlic over here in my minced garlic in my shrimp, y'all, for some flavor. And the way I do to check to make sure my potatoes are getting soft, I may I just kind of cut them in half. Stick your fork or your utensil in them and you can see the consistency of your potatoes. Now, because this is all going to mix together, it will go in with your cabbage. My cabbage is cooking down. You can see that cabbage cooking down there. You just keep stirring it. Now what I'm going to do, if you just give me just a second, I'm going to take, okay, stir. Kind of got those shrimps on pretty low because I've taken up so much room here. And I want to drain some of that juice off of my cabbage. Moving stuff around here. Now, I'm also going to drain some of the juice off of my vegetables. Now it's up to you, but if you like, you know, you can taste your vegetables before adding them, adding that to your cabbage. Bring this up to the front eye now. Let's see, we've mixed them together. We're still cooking our shrimp over here. And go ahead and drop those sausages. We're going to add a little bit of that slap your mama on here. Now you want to make sure you turn down this skillet. When you're mixing everything together, you do want to turn it down so it's not cooking too fast, okay? Okay, y'all. Now, once you've cooked your shrimp down and you've cooked them to your liking, such as I have, everything's nice and colored, and flavors are all in there to your liking. Okay. Go ahead and add them to your dish. You go ahead and add that mixture to your dish. So now again, mixing up. Your dish. See how that's looking there? It's out the way. And the last thing is grabbing your corn and adding your corn over here to your pan. Now, different people can cook this in different, settings, but I'm going to show you what I'm doing here, and then we're going to season it all together. All right, so then once I've gotten my corn cooked to my liking, I'll go ahead and add it in here as well. Being careful not to overflow, because I kind of want my corn to get mixed up in there for the flavors and the juices. Now we got everything mixed up in here, y'all. So what I'll do, So I'm going to come in here with a little more flavor. And like I said, you mix it to your liking. I've been cooking so long I don't measure, so if you need measurements, you know, you want to start off with maybe teaspoon measurements at a time, okay? Now this is a nice dish that will go around. It's kind of like a goulash. You can see it here, what we got going on. But it's so good, y'all. Them flavors are so good. And you just want to make sure you get that corn down into the juices so we can get those flavors up in there. And as a final result, let's dish some up and let me show you what it's looking like, y'all. I still got my skillet is still on. It's still getting warm. Still keeping warm as I'm mixing them up, just so you can see what it all looks like in the end. All right, y'all. Here is the finished product. Okay? I said, good, y'all. Come and get it. It's ready. It is time to eat. Southern fried cabbage with shrimp dinner. Good, y'all. Come and get it. It's time to eat. Thank you so much for joining me, y'all. I appreciate you. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, share and like. I appreciate you. Y'all, have an awesome day. And remember, please, 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 share your love with someone else because we all need it. Y'all take care and eat up because it is good. Yum, yum.